Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. And today, here's the GMC 2500 GMC Shira 3/4 ton year 2000. And now we have a big project here. So do you have a rusted truck? This is the rusted truck. So please stay tuned to my channel and watch the whole video, and you will learn something about fixing this rusted vehicle or rusted truck. And finally, I managed to drive this truck here because this truck is very rusted out and the brakes not working properly, but it's here. I managed to drive it. I just go slowly while I'm driving on the road because the brakes on this is very spongy. I didn't go too close to the vehicles in the front of me. So I found out the brake line of this truck is leaking and the lines are rusted out. I think I'm going to rebuild the whole thing, replace the whole lines in there. And I paid $2,500 in this truck. I hope it will worth the money that I paid. So please comment down below what you say about this truck, because this is very rusted at the bottom. And I'm gonna fix this truck because this is a very good truck. This is a 6-liter gas V8 engine, and you can haul something like this. You can haul a camper. It's easy, super. This motor is very powerful, so that's why I'm going to fix this one. So I'm gonna pull the wheels on it, the rotors, and the caliper. We're gonna rebuild the whole brake lines in this. We're gonna replace the axle seal on this thing, and we're gonna make it nice and can be trusted while driving on the road. And this is the same principle as the same trucks, and you can do it by your own. And if you're first time to this channel, make sure to subscribe. Hit the button below so that you will get updated every time I posted a video like this, AutoWorks videos. And if you have something to say about this big project, do comments down below and say something about this job. And enjoy the rebuild of the GMC Shira 2500, and let's go to the whole video. Let's go! Hey, what's up viewers? I'm here in my uninsulated garage. I'm working on a big project here right now. It's a 2000 GMC Shira 2500. Today I'm gonna show you how to replace the axle seal. I'm gonna change the park brake on this thing because it's corroded and rusted out. It needs replacements because the parking brake is stuck in there. So I pulled the wheels off already, and before we're gonna replace the whole thing here, the brakes, brake shoe, everything, the hardware, you need to take the whole axle out. And the 6-liter GMC Shira 2500. So we're gonna start here at the bottom. It's pretty cold right now, so I'm wearing a warm dress. My garage is not insulated, so right here, that's a big job there. So before we're gonna start, we're gonna spray that bolt. I scuffed it already with the steel brush. There's some rust in there, so we're gonna spray that down more. It's freaking cold here, -6. Oh no! So we're gonna take that bolt out there and drain the fluid in that differential, and we're gonna start taking that axle out so that we can replace this thing. Freaking rusted out. Even the backing plate here, it's rusted out, so it's nice to change that everything. And my brake line here is rotted out. We're gonna replace this one too, this line, because it's leaking here, so the brakes is kind of spongy. So let's get started. So here I'm gonna use my dual impact number 13, or you can use 1/2 too. Let's start the bottom. Okay. This bolt's a little bit round because it's a rust. I'm gonna use a smaller socket. It looks like around there. Hope I won't strip this one. Oops, go off. I like to keep this bolt on the top so that once you pry this one to drain the fluid, it will not drop all the way. So here's the bottom one bolt. I put a tighter socket on this because this one's kind of round. I put a 1/2 socket. Now there are 6 remaining bolts on the top. I'm gonna finish it all. So there's a brake cable here, park brake cable. Just lift it and put this on the top, and now you can take the bolt there on the top there. There you go. Just to keep away on a differential cover. Okay, let's take the remaining bolt on the top. Okay, right here I put the drain pan here for the fluid. So we're gonna top it down a little bit. I like to top it down the rubber mallet. Now we're gonna fry it. Try to fry it a little bit here slowly. Okay. There we go. Just move a little bit my pan. Just leave it drip there. Okay. It's good. The fluid looks like it's not bad. It's not too dark, so I think the previous owner is taking care of this thing. So he maintained this GMC 2500 pretty good. That's good. It's just rusted. Now we can take this one bolt holding the top. Okay, now we can take it all the way. Right on. Right there. That's the differential. That's a big ring gear there. Okay, we're gonna put this in a safe place. Clean this out, or we're gonna paint this. Okay, when sunblast this cover. Look nice. Right on. Okay, in order to take the axle out, you need to take this bolt here for the pin. It's a 10mm bolt. I'll put the around there. So it's very tight here, so I need to use my flat number 10 short, very flat bar here. Special torque with a serpentine belt, tensioner pulley remover, just to loosen this bolt, and I can finish it with the ratchet. It's too long. Okay, I don't have a slim ratcheting, so I'm gonna try to use this one. Combination wrench number 10. Let's see if we can crack that one. I'm just gonna hammer it in here. See that? You can see the video right there. Draw it up. Right there, it cracks. Right there. See? Now you can take it out. Maybe you can pull the pin. You cannot pull it out unless you're gonna take this whole part. Let's try to take this. You can take it with a magnet. A little bit hard, but I think it's coming. See? Just gotta push like back and forth with a magnet. Look at that. See? The thing will come out. Right on, that's the pin. There's a hole. That's where your bolt goes. Right there. So I'm gonna put this in a safe place. Over right here. And I'll turn the drive shaft into the up so that I can see that. Right there. Okay. Now I can see there's a C-clip. There's a C-clip, that yellow one. When you push this thing, it will show. Once you pull it back, you cannot pull it. Okay, I'm gonna take the C-clip right here. I'll take the small magnet. Take this one out. Again, I need to push it more. My feet is pushing the axle a little bit. There you go. I want to put this rod back in the same way, so I need to hold it. There you go. That's where the C-clip is. So when I put it back, I put this one the same way. So I noticed in the C-clip, the flat surface is facing inside, and the like a little bit round face is facing to the outside. Now I can pull the axle out on the left side. Okay, the axle's ready to move out. Right here. Nice. I'm gonna put this one in a safe place. Okay, now right here I can take all park brake hardware here, including the brake shoe. I'm gonna replace that one, or we're gonna clean that out. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side here, the right rear. Okay, right here, the right hand side, same thing. You need to push the axle forward in so that you can see the C-clip. See the C-clip there? I'm gonna use our magnet again. A little bit dark here. Right here. So I noticed that you don't need to push it too much too, because it's behind the inside. So just you push it exactly where it fits to that hole there. Just slide to that hole. Oh, right there. So like that, see? So now I notice this one, the flat side, is facing to the outside now. See? Facing to the outside, and the curved one is facing to the inside. Okay, like that. So when you put it back together, they're facing the same way. Look at that, facing like that. So they're the same position as the other one. Okay. Now we're gonna take the axle out in this right hand side. Slowly. I noticed the oil axle seal on this side is leaking, so I need to replace this thing. Nice. Okay. Okay, as you can see, that oil seal a little bit wet, so it needs a replacement. So this backing plate, we're gonna replace that. It's all rusted out here. So all you have to do is this springs here, the hardware. You just grab a vice grip. It's kind of a little bit hard to take it off, but just pull it, like, you know, just put your vice grip like that and pull it and slide it there like that. So that's what it is holding. And you can take this another spring here on the top. Make sure this thing will go in the same way when you put it on. So I'm gonna put this in the same place like that on the floor, so that the time when I put it back, it's the same position. So, and I took a picture before I took everything. So you don't want to create a mistake when you're putting this back together. Right here, same thing. You need to grab this thing with the. There is a tool on it, but I don't have a tool. It's a special tool for grabbing this thing right there. So it's good. I got it. I just use my flat screwdriver and slide in the first rotation of the spring, and just kind of wiggle it, slide. Now the same position, you have to drop it down the same place like that. Now you can take this retaining clip here and just use the pliers, push and turn like that. Take this adjuster. Make sure you put this adjuster in the same place too. Now you can take this brake shoe. Make sure you put this in the same place. See that? There's a dual slot here. This top slot, it goes to this like a fork lever here. It goes to that, and the bottom one, it goes to this little kind of thing here, like a bracket something. Same things the other side here. Push, squeeze, and turn like that. And you can pull this pin out and keep this pin, because we're going to reuse it. It's better if you can buy a new one, new kit for the hardware. It's not that expensive. Now we're going to clean this out, but before we're going to clean it, I'm going to take this bolt at the back, and we can take the backing plate. Okay, to take this nut at the back holding the backing plate, we need a 24mm. I use my combination wrench 24, and I'm going to hammer it out, whack that going to the right side. See that? Oh, just to make it loose. Okay, do it again. There you go. It's cracked now. One more time. Okay. So I think it's cracked now. Right on. Okay. I'm gonna finish that with the socket and ratchet. I'm gonna do the same thing as the other 3 bolts there. So let's gonna finish the 4 bolts or the 4 nuts there holding. Okay. Okay, grab one nut already. That's 24mm. So I'm gonna take the rest of the nut off. So right here I took the knuckle out, and now it's a matter of taking this part brake out, the spring. So you need to squeeze the spring, go back in here. So I put a vice grip there. I pry this with a flat screwdriver, just like that. Switch it, and then I put my vice grip there just to hold. In this slot here, there's a snap thing. You can squeeze this tab here, and you can pull the cable out. So I'm gonna finish this bolt, taking this out. Just something like that, so easy. Okay. Now you can see this bolt, stud bolt. There's a spline. That's what holds when you tighten the nut. This thing will hold the knuckle so it won't turn. It's a special stud bolt. Make sure you wear a mask, respirator, because there's lots of rust in here. And while hammering this out, the dust or the rust will fly and you can smell it, inhale it. That's very dangerous. So make sure you're wearing a mask. Just like me, I'm wearing a mask right now. I'm wearing a mask here. That's how you work on this thing. That's safety first. A little bit tricky and it's hard because there's rust. Take your time, you can take it off. I use this thing, try it and slide my screwdriver here. Okay, coming out now. It's coming out. Oh, it's not easy. I don't have a tool for this. Okay. Now, maybe you can adjust that. It's almost there. Just to move this vice grip here a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay guys, what I did here to take this parking brake cable out, I used my long nose pliers just to squeeze it. I used the flat screwdriver first and sneak this long nose pliers, and I kind of pushing the spring all the way here, and then that pointed end of the pliers goes into that hole there. See that hole there? Backs up there just to lock in place. Then I put my vice grip so that this spring will not go move towards forward. So it's almost there. So I'm gonna finish taking this off. Right there, hold. Now, since the pliers is holding the cable, the spring, you can move this back now. It's kind of loose. See? And you need to squeeze this tab. There's 3 tabs in that cable holding. Now you can take this off easily here. Okay, I think it's out now. It's a matter of taking this more here, upward. Lift this up and you can take this cable out, and the park brake lever. So here I slide my flat screwdriver. It's only just demonstrate you. Once I pry that one there, kind of move a little bit. See? Now I think we can raise this up now. It's hard to work when my other hand is holding the camera. Okay. Okay, once you pry it, and you can raise it up. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, now the cable is out here. See that boot there? This one, the end of the cable goes to this lever here. So we're gonna flip this one. So now we can take the lever out from here, from the front. Let's go like that. Okay, to make sure we're gonna put this one the same formation like that. When we put it back, I'm gonna clean this out. Now we can take this rubber boots out too. This backing plate is rusted out. I'm gonna replace this with a brand new one. Okay, just like that. It's a matter of taking this backing plate. It's pretty stuck there because of the rust. Just hammer it out and it's done. Right on. Okay guys, here as you can see the brake line here, I took the left rear brake line going to the caliper. Right here, I'm gonna change it with a copper nickel. So around here, might as well I will change the whole brake line from the rear side. So this thing is rusted too. This end here going to the right rear. I'm gonna replace the one that is pretty rusted here. So it's going to leak again. It's pretty rotten here. So it's gonna leak soon. So might as well I'm gonna change the whole thing with copper nickel, the one that's won't rust. So right here, I'm gonna take that one with my 14mm brake line wrench. I'm gonna crack it down there. I soak it with the lubricant so this help cracking it. But right now, as you can see, the fitting is turning and it turns the whole line. So it will gonna break the line because the fitting is seized up there on the line itself. So I'm gonna do is gonna break this line. I'm gonna change this anyway. So I'm gonna change the whole thing there. Going to that right rear side, pretty rusty. Okay. And we're gonna replace it with a copper nickel here. I'm gonna flare it It's gonna be good. I'm gonna finish taking this fitting here. I think we're gonna break the line. Doesn't matter. Replace a brand new one right there. Okay. It's coming. Oh, here you go, guys. I took the axle seal. So here's the old seal. So what you're gonna do with this to take it off, I just used the chisel and the big hammer right here. Just put your chisel in the lip like that and pound it, and do it on each side, like do it evenly, and you can take it off. So now it's clean already, so I sand a little bit and spray it with the brake cleaner. So it's time to go to the brand new one. I have a brand new one here, both sides. Brand name is Pronto, so I ordered it from Rock Auto. They're a good price there. So let's gonna put it in. Let's gonna put this brand new one. Just slide it there and use flat metal or wood and hammer it evenly. Okay, let's do it right now. Okay, guys, let's gonna put the axle seal back in place. Here, I stick on here. So before I put this one, I put a lubricant here on the left side, so it'll slide nicely. Just put this thing. Assembly lube, that's what I have. So now, instead of using a metal and wood, I found this right here. It's a bearing race installer. I just noticed I have this and I found it in my closet. This is from Princess Auto, cheaper one. Let's see, this one works. It looks like it slides pretty good. Looks like it's pretty good. Go. Pretty good. See, there's another one here. You can tap it. Another one. So it's a plastic. That's good. Winning good. That's good. Okay, now guys, I'm putting the backing plate on the knuckle. That's how I painted the parts here. Show you what I did. I put anti-seize in the bolt, painted bolt, everything is painted. So you can slide this knuckle first. That's what I'll show you right here. See the knuckle? The knuckle is painted black, anti-rust. So before I put this one, I put the anti-seize in the back there so it will not be up. Right there, and put your backing plate, and now you can put the bolt. Put the big nut at the back here. Of course, you have to put an anti-seize here too, so it will not get rusted and you will not seize up. Just help preserve the bolt in the future. See, that's very nice and shiny. Protected with anti-rust. I spray with anti-rust first, and then coat it with final paint. And one more. So there are 4 bolts holding that knuckle with the backing plate. Okay, good. Now it's time to tighten all the bolts there and put the part brake hardware after the brake shoes, and you're good to go to put the axle back in. Okay guys, I took it apart because I forgot to put the rubber going to the backing plate, because once you put this thing in there, this rubber, it's hard to put this from the outside, so it's better to put this rubber first here. Now secured. This goes from the back side. This is adjuster hole, the back of the backing plate. So I put this first, so it's easy to put this together once in here. So right now we're gonna assemble it, slide this backing plate to the knuckle. Now you see that the rubber and the back kind of a little bit pain. You have to take this off or put this in here once you're putting this one, because it's a little bit deep there. So it's easier to put this rubber on together with the backing plate with the knuckle. So I put anti-seize here because this backing plate, it's leaning on the lip of the, show you, leaning on the lip of this one. See this groove here? The lip of the backing plate. There's a not like a overlap a little bit. So it's leaning on the inside of this knuckle. Here like that. Okay. Now you can slide this thing. Now you can put the 4 bolts. I think that's the way it's easier for me. I can put this 4 nuts. So don't forget your rubber install. And now it's about time to tighten all the bolts. You just use the wrench, or if you have a ratcheting wrench, it's better. Though I forgot to bring my ratcheting wrench. So right now I'm gonna use my ordinary combination wrench. And by the way, here you cannot use the impact, it's very tight. Maybe you can use some of the bolts, the bottom bolts. It's hard to use an impact. The knuckle here, the axle bracket is on the way. So just use a wrench, tighten it maybe 154 pounds. Depends on the recommendation, and just see what the torque range of the bolt. So now I'm gonna tighten it as much as I can with the wrench. Now after tightening all the bolts, now ready to put this park brake lever, slide in, put all the park brake shoe, and put all the hardware for the park brake, and put your axle back in place. Okay, we're just tightening all the bolts in all the way. Let's go proper. That's good, and then you can torque it with a vehicle's specification. This 4 bolts. Good. Now I can put the brake, parking brake shoe. This I call this eagle wing park brake lever. It's like an eagle here, an eagle wing. So it goes like that. The lever, this thing, this is where your park brake cable holds it in the back. You go slide in this rubber. So when I put recently, now it goes like that. And the nose of this lever, the eagle wing, call this eagle wing, whatever you call it. It is called eagle wing because look at our eagle here. Look at that. It's like an eagle wing. So it goes like that, not like that. So the upper part is the holding brake shoe here. The adjuster is the bottom side. Put it now together, and I'm gonna put the axle back in, please. Okay, here's the brand new brake shoe from Bosch. I ordered this from Rock Auto. Open that. Brand new, nice. Now I'm gonna put it on. So I took a picture of this when I was pulling this out. So this thing here, the 2 curb, tiny curb compared to the big curb at the bottom. This big 1 curb only, this goes to the bottom. And this left hand side rear of the vehicle. So this 2 curb here, it goes on the top. So I took the picture. You can make sure you took a picture so it's easy for you to track it when you install this part. That's the trick there. So I'm gonna install this. I have a brand new hardware here. I think I'm gonna use this brand new springs, and I'm gonna use the older adjuster because I think the older adjusters, I cleaned this off, I painted it. I'm just gonna use that, but I need to use the new springs that I bought in online. So this is a kit, so it is complete from Carlson. I ordered this part in Rock Auto. So this is a kit, hardware kit for a brake park shoe. What's this? What do you call it? So everything is in here. So just a matter of putting it back together. I think I'm gonna use some parts. So I'm gonna use the spring, and I just don't use this adjuster. I'm gonna use the older adjuster, and I think it should be good. Okay, let's start. So first, we're gonna put some anti-seize in this thing here. This knuckle bracket that holds the end of the brake shoe. So this brake shoe touches in there. So make sure you put the anti-seize in it so they will not seize up. I'm gonna put all the brake end too. Like that. Nice to put the thing so that it will work smoothly. You want to seize up in the future, okay? So this is going park brake lever, some anti-seize too. You want to seize up. You usually seize up because some people didn't use too often in their park brake. So it's nice to use your park brake sometimes when you're not using your park brake too often. So it starts to seize up here. So this one it won't move anywhere. It's supposed to move because this is your park brake lever that pushes the brake shoe. You can put some in that, soak it with anti-seize inside. It might help too. Okay, now we can slide this in right there. So the nose of the eagle wing pointing going to the rear side. Okay, now we can put our park brake shoe. Wipe your hands. Make sure you don't put any grease or any anti-seize on the pad here. Just the niche stud here. Just line up here and put this pin behind. That's your clip. You need the pliers in this job. Okay. I'm gonna get the pliers. Okay, now as you can see here, I put all the brake shoe and the adjuster and the top adjusting lever for the park brake. So this kind of adjuster here, this is not a self-adjusting because there's no lever. So once you pull the brake cable, there's no lever to turn this adjusting wheel here. So every time that this one will once you put the park brake, it won't hold anymore. So you need to adjust the back, open this rubber here, the bottom and the back, and adjust this, tighten this one back up a little bit so that the park brake shoe will tight again. So that's the time you readjust this thing. So right now we're gonna adjust this lever. I didn't put the spring yet. I just wanted to show you this thing is not a self-adjusting. You need to adjust this thing because there's no lever that kind of, once you pull the brake cable, newer there is a lever here. Once you pull it, kind of crank this adjusting wheel here so that it will create a pulling. It will pull the brake shoe towards the drum rotor. Hold on. Okay, so that's it. Now I can put the spring, and it's a matter of putting this circumference of the brake shoe. It's not too tight and it's not too loose to the drum brake rotor. Those are here. That's the one I'm gonna put. It's a nice one, newly painted. So we're gonna put the final spring that holds this park brake shoe here. Like that, you need a tool to pulling it out, and we're gonna put the smaller spring here at the bottom, and we're gonna final adjust it to the way it should. Okay, so I put the bottom one already. This one is quite a bit easier. This is my long nose. It's not that bad. So this one is the hardest part of this job here, to bring this spring to slide in this slot here, this brake shoe. That's where it holds. And before you're gonna do that, make sure this thing is goes in the right slot there, catches to this notch here, or what they call this bracket mounting for the tab. Make sure it won't go down lots, because that lever goes into this slot here, the second slot of the brake shoe. This is a brand new spring. Look at this. It's a very twisted spring. Like, you need to snake this one to pin down, and then you turn kind of like that. See, it's a little bit hard, this type of spring. So this is this portion kind of trouble. I don't know how I'm gonna slide this thing. Let's see. We try our best to put the spring back in place. I use this kind of I have a tool, so drum brake spring. I slide it, and then you gotta tighten this bottom. But I tried that. It works a bit by pulling, but the problem is when I put it here, kind of it won't go in that hole here. So I think I'm gonna use this by pulling, or I'm gonna put it here. Let's see. No, because this tip, I need to shoot this spring in this hole here. So I think this spring holder, just pull this one and hold like that, and then I will use my vice grip maybe, and at the same time I can push my vice grip, drag my vice grip while holding that spring into this hole. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna put my camera back in here. Okay, right here guys, I put the spring already, but it's a pain in the ass to put the spring. So I got a hard time. This is the hardest part of the drum brake, what do you call it? I cannot put the spring by putting this one and kind of using this vice grip, pull up there, and even this, I use this thing, drum brake spring holder, like that. But you cannot put this in here, right? Goes to the hole to hold that there, because this kind of twisted. You need to put this entire round here into the slot there so that it will hold. But it won't go, because you need to go like that, toward and twist it, push the pin, that slide the end of the tip of the spring, and kind of twist around so that it will hold like that. It's hard. It's the hard part. So I didn't get the spring in without taking this one brake shoe here, brown brake shoe pin. So what I did, I took this apart so that it will loose. I put the whole spring, both these holes inside, and then what I did, I just pry this thing. I use my hot screwdriver and pry that shoe, and then I put my last thing here. Of course, you can't get a spring without, you need to twist that thing. It's different style of spring, unlike the spring that you just hook there and it's good enough. This one's kind of you need to twist it, and maybe there's a tool for this. You can twist like that, but this thing didn't work, and the vice grip didn't work. I need another hand to to twist this so that it will set like that. So it's a pain in the ass. What I did it, but you need to put this together first and kind of pry this shoe. But you need to take this pin in the clip here, the one that holds the brake shoe. So that's it. It's good. So it's a matter of adjusting this adjuster lever here, the wheel, adjust it back up, and you have to put the combination of drum and disc brake like that. You need to slide it there, and then try to adjust this adjuster lever here, the wheel, to just about the circumference of the drum, just to hold, not too slack, not too tight, and you're good to go. Put everything back together in the caliper too, and before you put the caliper, you should put the axle back in, and you can put this disc drum brake roller. Okay, there you go. That's the hardest part of the job, this thing. I just put it first, and then loosen this, take this one brake show pin here, and then I'll put this last. That's good. Okay, everything is in there. The drum brakes are set up. Show you here. I set it up like it's not tight, it's not too loose. So that's about right there. Once you pull the park brake, it will hold right away. Brake shoe. So now I put the lobe in there. I have a leftover 7590. For a little bit there, just to pre-lobe the bearings. And now we have to make sure this axle is clean before we're gonna slide it. Spray with the brake cleaner. Okay, it's nice and clean. Now we're gonna slide this thing carefully and put some oil on the tip. A little bit. Okay, so you slide it carefully. Make sure you don't wreck the axle seal. Carefully. There. Make sure. Find the gears there. Right on. So it slides. Slides good. Check the gap here. Now I just want to assemble it here, and once I'm done with everything, same as the other side, I'm gonna put the C-clip there. So I don't want to torn it, so that I don't want to mess up the spider gear, just like that when I was taking it out for the first time. I think I need to go there. I'm gonna put that C-clip there. Okay, now the axle is in all the way, so we're gonna put the C-clip here underneath the left hand side. You see that? So I'm gonna take the C-clip here in my hand. I'm gonna put this light here for now. See the C-clip? So this is the flat side. We took this off before. This flat side, because this other side is like a little bit round a little bit. So this flat side here is facing to the right. So we're gonna put it back same way. I'm gonna show you right there, eh? I think I'm gonna put my camera like that. You can see. Now once I push in and out, you can see that. See? So that's, we're gonna put that slot there in the middle. See? Right there. Oops. Don't want to move that all the way. I'm gonna push it more. Right there. Okay. Now we're gonna slide this. Slide that pin. So remember that flat is facing the right. Okay, right there. Oh fuck. Just going to hold that thing. Now, I'm gonna try to pull this out. Okay. Okay. See, it's in there. We're gonna make sure the clip is sitting good. Gonna make sure the clip's sitting properly. I think seated properly there. Right there. Right on. Seated properly now. I'm gonna push it. See, you can see the clip. Okay. Now. I'm gonna pull the axle a little bit so that it will hold, just to make sure you can't pull the axle out. Right there. Nice. Okay. like that. Let's go there. Alright, it's in, so it won't gonna come out. You see that? The clip is sitting properly. Now you can take it out. Try to pull the axle here. Try to pull the axle. See? Now we're gonna try to pull the axle just to make sure the clip is in. Can't pull it really. That's good. Perfect. Now we can put our rotor here, but I'm gonna try not to turn this around because we just put the one axle in. We're gonna do the same thing as the other side. Okay, just gonna put this rotor back in place, and I'm gonna put the caliper just to hold it there, and we're gonna try not to turn this around here so that we're not gonna mess the spider gear. That's good. Gonna put it on. Okay, here I put the rotor on. That's good. I just want to put it there just for now, and we can put the caliper bracket after once we're done on the other side too. It's good. Okay, now we're going to put the right rear axle. Right here, guys, is everything is attached to there. Brake, parking brake shoe, and I adjusted the adjuster here. I fit my drum brake rotor, so just slightly slack a little bit, not too tight, not too loose. That's all you need. And now we can put our axle back in place. I put the lobe here a little bit. Use this, I have a leftover of Redline synthetic 7590, and put some lip with this seal. Put some assembly lube in the lip so that it will not damage once you put the axle. Here's the axle. I like to kind of preload this thing. See that? Just to help sliding there. Damaging something. Now we can put it back slowly. Just want to go straight here, just like that. Slowly drive in there. That, and then align the kind of left a little bit. Just align the spider there, just like that. And sneak my towel here just to wipe out that excess oil. There. I'm gonna put a C-clip at the differential there. There's a C-clip. I remember this thing, this flat portion of the C-clip is the same as what we did for the first one. So it's facing to the right side. This face is kind of round, so this flat portion going to the right side. Right here, it's just about seeing that slot there. See that there. You can see that slot where the C-clip mount just by pushing a little bit, push back and forth with that axle, like that. See that? See, I think it's in there. Now I can slide this thing. Slide this, slide this clip. So see, the flat one facing to the right. Right there. Now we can start pulling the axle out. I'm gonna pull the axle out so that it will catch, to make sure the axle will hold in place. So once I push on, see that? It'll push back and forth because it's not, the axle's not pulled back yet. So we're gonna pull the axle out. Okay, I'm gonna put my camera here. Okay, so guys, what I did here, I just slightly push the thing back towards there. So now the C-clip is set. The C-clip is slide towards the right now. You can see the C-clip now. So I think it's holding now. I just pry a little bit towards. So because I can't reach my hand on that axle there, so you don't need to pull the axle, just pry it a little bit with the flat screwdriver and it will hold there. And now the C-clip is mount properly, so we're good. Try to pull the axle up. Gonna go to the right side of the axle and try to pull it. Make sure you cannot pull it, just to see if the C-clip is holding in that axle. Over here I'm pulling this axle. See, I can't pull it out. Okay, pulling my hand here. I can't pull it. So the C-clip is holding properly. That's good. Now we can put the pin back in place. Now I can put this big pin. Okay, now guys, I put the shift gear in neutral. Now we can turn the we're turning the shaft here. Turning this on. See, turn that. Now we can see the pinhole here on the top. See that? Now we're gonna slide our pin there. Okay, now we're gonna put the pin. Before I'm gonna put the pin, I'm gonna lube it a little bit. Just a preload this. 75/90. That. Make sure it's pretty clean before you lube it. So here, the hole is from the outside portion. The one that's no hole, it goes in. Okay, slide this. I think it doesn't matter which in the top here, because there is same, as long as the hole here is on the outside facing here towards the bolt, because there's a pin goes in there. There's a pin bolt. Okay, let's slide this. Shit. There is a big tire here, the spare tire, so I need to turn it more, drop down some more. There you go. Oh God. Oh, shit. I need to go back. Okay, need to find a hole pin right there. I went back up, guys, because the alignment of the pin, that's not in place. So like that. So I think you shouldn't turn it too much then. Put back the pin. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, here. See that? So the pin goes right there. Now we can put our bolt. Okay. Now I think we can turn this. Turn this back again. So guys, I learned something here. So you have to put the pen on the top here. So you don't need to turn this too much while putting the pen, because you will not align the hole. Okay, now it's good now. See, it's in there. Okay, now it's a matter of tightening this bolt. Number, I think it's number 10. See, it's good. The pinch is in there. Good to go. Tighten this bolt and put the cover back in place. But you have to torque this bolt to, I think it's around 30 foot-pounds, something. I'm gonna check my torque specs here. Right here, guys. So GMC 2500 Shira pin bolt is 37 foot-pounds here, and differential cover 30 foot-pounds. Differential cover bolts. So now we're gonna torque that to 37 foot-pounds. And tighten this first, and we're good to go. Put the cover back in place. Okay, gonna tighten this bolt. Just using my wrench. Of course, I don't have a ratcheting here, but you need a ratcheting small because it will bang in here in this bracket. So you need a special tool. Sometimes if you have a stubby ratchet, it will bang in here. That's why I'm using my wrench. Just take your time. No need to hurry. Well, just torque it after to 37 foot-pounds. Now you can see here now, once the pin is there, you cannot move your axle forward. So your C-clip is safe. It won't go outside. Just like that, and push. Trying to push that, it won't push anymore because of your center pin. That's one. I want to like that. See? It won't go back and forth. That's good. Good. So okay guys, I just want to torque this bolt, but I cannot torque this bolt because there's no room. My torque wrench is very fat. So I think there's a special tool for this, and I don't have it. So I'm using the small number 10 short, but still doesn't want to fit. So I think I'm gonna tighten this as I can, the tightest I can get, because this is 37 foot-pounds. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tighten this as much as I can, and that's it. I think it should be good. So I'm gonna tighten that with a wrench. Tighten it as much as I can in this wrench, and I'm gonna put another extension so that maybe if you have a longer wrench, you can use that, and it should be good enough to tighten this bolt. It should not fall off. Okay, here's my 10 wrench. I'm gonna put another extension. I'm gonna try this, and hopefully you can tighten it more. Use another 14 wrench, 48 millimeter and 10 millimeter. Tighten this as much as you can. So I put the gear in the park, it won't turn anymore while I'm tightening this number 10 bolt. There you go. Looks like it's pretty tight now. Okay, tighten more with one hand only. I think it's good enough. That's good. That's good. Careful. It's pretty tough. Oh, fuck.